How do you beat a DUI charge in Mississippi? I'm going to talk about that today. In the state of Mississippi and where I practice, the northern counties, DeSoto County, areas like Horn Lake, Olive Branch, South Haven, DUI is a serious charge. It carries penalties, possible jail time, loss of a license, fines, probation, possibly a permanent conviction on your record. You could lose your job over one of these, okay? So if you've been charged with a DUI in Mississippi and you're saying, I gotta beat this case, I gotta beat it, how do I do that? First of all, it's good that you're watching this video. Get a good, experienced DUI lawyer on your side, and let's go to court and fight this thing. You gotta have a trial, okay? That's the short answer. Have a trial and beat it. Poke some holes, create doubt to the judge that the state, the prosecutor can't prove its case. Because they gotta prove basically two things. They gotta prove that you were driving or operating the car, and they gotta prove that you were under the influence. So there are a lot of things that I can look at and attack during the trial. The initial stop, why you were pulled over. Did the police have probable cause to pull you over for some perceived violation of the rules of the road? Did they have probable cause to arrest you for being under the influence? And where is the proof that you were under the influence? Is it just their observations that you had slurred speech and bloodshot watery eyes? Do they have something more concrete? Is there video of you performing field sobriety tests? Do they have a breath test? Okay, you get into the breath machine, you never know what you'll find. Those things can be unreliable. That machine might have been in the trunk of the police cruiser, getting knocked around. That machine may have been sitting on the shelf in the storage room for who knows how long, collecting dust, and then it was sent back out into the field to be used to arrest people. So you never know what you'll find. These are things that I look for that I can use to create doubt. Now, one thing I didn't mention, if you go to trial, one way you can beat your case is if the officer doesn't show up. That's better being lucky than good, right? If the officer doesn't show up, I make a motion to dismiss. Judge, I'm dismissing for lack of prosecution, and the judge may grant that motion. The judge may not, and may give the state another chance to get the officer in. But if the officer's not there on the day of trial, I'm moving to dismiss, and I may be successful. That's a good day right there. That you just walk out of the court and say thank you, and move on with your life. That's the easy way, and it doesn't always happen that way. You may have to go to trial the hard way, but get a good lawyer on your side, and let's see what we can find to fight this case. Okay, to show where the prosecutor can't prove certain elements of this charge against you. Now, in Mississippi where I practice, there is another way, possible way. This isn't really beating the case, but you could get out of the case, and it'll give you the same result, and that is the process of non-adjudication. I have put lots of clients through non-adjudication. That has been the law in Mississippi for 5 years now, and it's basically a pretrial diversion type of program where you are not convicted or found guilty. You do have to plead guilty, and you have to jump through some hoops like supervised probation, taking classes, paying court costs and fines, possibly having the interlock device put on your car for a period of time, which is inconvenient, but you get to keep driving. You go through all this for a period of time, and at the end of it, the court will dismiss that charge, and you can have it cleared from your record. So it's not quite beating it like a trial, like being found not guilty, but it's pretty close, and it's the same result, and that is always an option. Okay, that's something you can look at. Not everybody's eligible for non-adjudication. If you hold a commercial license, you're not. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you hold a commercial license, you're pretty screwed. If you're charged with a DUI, you have really no option except to go to trial and hopefully get that thing thrown out. But you do have options, whatever your situation. Okay, there are always options. There's always something to look at, some hope, and that's my job, is to find find those best options for you. I handle a lot of DUI cases. I'm Patrick Stegall. Thanks for watching.